This is the story of a sailboat named Sylvia and the ragtag crew that call her home. Join us each week as we explore our planet, both above and below the surface, and find out what it's really like to live a life at sea. This is Expedition Drenched.
In our last episode, we had absolutely gorgeous conditions to set off on a 1500 nautical mile journey from Opua in the Bay of Islands, New Zealand, to the South Pacific island of Niue. We've had some pretty rough seas right at the start of our crossing, but now yesterday was our first calm day and it seems like today will be another calm one. And I have to say that crossing an ocean is it is the most magical thing I've ever done in my life. Yesterday, the last thing I saw before I went to sleep was the trail of bioluminescence behind the boat, which is bluish, and it really seemed like the trail that Tinkerbell leaves in Peter Pan, the movie. And the first thing that I saw this morning when I woke up is this. So I don't know about you, but this is pretty much as good as it gets.
Woo! Good morning. I feel like I'm in a dream, to be honest. I just got out of the cave downstairs and 3 days into the passage, and yeah, we're in the middle of the ocean.
After about a day and a half of motoring, our wind is finally back, and we got all the sails out, we got the main up, we got the genoa out, and we are cruising right along. We've got about 12 knots of wind right on the beam, and you can just start to see kind of some of the golden colors coming onto the sails. It's amazing what a difference it makes in the energy on board when we're sailing compared to when we're motoring. It feels so good the second you turn the engine off and the sails are back up. To be sailing again!
Yeah, so much. I hate motoring. I hate engine and all sorts.
Yeah.
Just vibration and noise, and
it makes such a difference in everyone's like mood and energy, huh?
yeah, so much. Yeah, you feel it. Everyone is more chill,
Yeah.
more positive.
What are you guys doing? We're making ceviche.
You want to see?
Also so grateful that I haven't been feeling seasick at all, because last week we went sailing and I felt horrible. I really felt like, I don't know, like also powerless, because you couldn't do anything, you're just stuck on the boat, and I just felt so sick and I was scared about it. Like when Ocean told me, oh, you will feel alright, you know, like after a couple of days your body will get used to it. I was like, no way. And I took these seasick pills and yeah, I'm so happy with it because I haven't feel seasick at all, and now it just, I don't know, now I can really understand what she was saying.
Feels so good to have the engine up, huh?
Ah, so much better. Yeah. I'm just following the moon.
Following the moon?
Uh-huh. Just up there. Cutting the rope. We used to change the sheet of the genoa because it broke yesterday. That's why now we want to change the rope just to be safe.
It's like you're giving it a haircut.
Yeah.
Barbara Ocean. So we have traveled so far about 550 nautical miles, which is pretty cool. And we're getting ready to come upon Raoul Island, which is part of the Kermadecs. But apparently we needed to have applied for a permit about a month ago if we wanted to go check them out. So we will not be stopping at them, but we will be sailing right on by and admiring them from afar.
Nate, can you tell us a bit more about the island?
This is a crater island, part of the Kermadec chain, and this is the largest one and the only one that has like a little station on it. So probably for Coast Guard reasons, and they've eradicated all the invasive species, so only endemic or New Zealand species live on the island, and you cannot go on the island, so it's probably absolutely stunning up there. So there's an old crater lake, so the volcano like fell in and actually fell into the ocean, but there's an old freshwater lake on there that supposedly some pretty crazy species of freshwater eel live in, and that would be really cool to dive next time.
Raoul Island, this is SB Sylvia. Do you copy? We are having problem with our engine and we need to do a little bit of maintenance. Is that possible?
Yes, sir. So whereabouts are you looking to drop anchor or not?
If there's an anchor spot, I'm guessing there's no moorings.
There are no moorings.
We're having a little bit of an issue with our engine that when we rev it up, it creates a lot of smoke, and I suspect that it's maybe some buildup on our propeller. Maybe there's like a lot of barnacles that are built up on the propeller, giving it friction. So I'm hoping that I can check that out and see if that's the case. If not, yeah, we just got to figure out why we can't really rev our engine up very.
Such a big event for us.
Yeah, it looks so beautiful.
We haven't seen anything except for water in days.
I would love to go there and just, you know, explore the island and be the only one, and I think it's amazing.
Look at this lounge city over here.
Just chilling out in my beanbag.
Yeah, it's pretty scenic, and I don't think a lot of people get to see this island. This is what it's all about, right? Like seeing the unknown, seeing what, you know, what's out there that a lot of people don't get to view with their own eyeballs.
Yeah, I think it's even more cool with the rain and I don't know, it looks amazing. Beautiful.
Maybe there's some secrets in there. That's why they don't want people to go.
What kind of secrets?
I don't know, King Kong. Maybe there's like ancient tribes, treasures. Who knows?
Now, one of the things that I think is the coolest about places like this is that you see lots of areas that are marine reserves or nature parks or national parks that are protected. And it's almost like for the purpose of protecting it for humans to enjoy. And what I think is really cool about this island is that it's protected purely for the sake that it exists. Like, you're not even allowed to set foot on it. Like, people aren't even allowed to go on it, and they want to protect it just so that a place like this exists in the world and not necessarily so that humans can go and look at it. I think that's really cool. You don't really find a lot of places in the world like that.
Yeah, 3 items that aren't survival, only luxury items. 3 luxury items. What would you have for the rest of your life?
On Raoul Island.
On Raoul Island.
Not survival.
Not survival.
Not survival.
Yeah, like your survival is already covered, but what would be on top of that?
Okay. Luxury item. Scuba.
Meat pies.
I would need some scuba stuff. That's not survival, that's luxury. The tanking regulator, that's gonna take 2, and some goggles. So there's 3. I'd go without the fins.
No meat pies.
No meat pies. Let me think. Dirty magazine. Or Jordan, can you be my luxury item? Yeah?
I'm a survival item.
Your survival item?
Yeah, you can't live without me.
I don't know. A lot of upkeep there.
Oh.
A lot of just. Raoul Island, just to confirm, we are sending 3 divers into the water to inspect our propeller. So we anticipate that to be about an hour or less that we'll know if that's our issue with the vibration.
Roger that. So your divers should have some fun there. There are some lovely sharks around, but don't worry, they are quite friendly. They may come up to you and check you guys out. But they're generally quite nice. We go snorkeling all the time. Thank you.
Thank you, roger that.
We're here strictly to fix the prop, okay?
What did you just see, Lindsay?
How big they are?
It was big, probably like 2 meters.
Bronze whalers.
That's right there. That's just down here.
Bronze whalers. That was intense. We dropped down, I looked at the prop and there was a little pieces of barnacle around it, but more importantly there was a little piece of line that was on it because actually the other day we got a piece of fishing line caught in it. So got that thing out of there and I'm pretty confident that that was definitely the issue that was putting a lot of strain on our prop. And then we dropped down and the current was ripping. Just to get to the prop was a mission. And I made it up to the anchor. Lindsay just bombs down to the bottom and I see him crawling across the sand trying to get to the anchor. And I'm looking at the prop and then I finally start going down. And I'm going down, I'm looking at Lindsay, going down. I'm like excited and there's this, I think they're bronze whaler sharks everywhere. I don't know what they were. And they were just swarming us, super curious, nothing dangerous. And I'm sitting there looking at them, getting close. And then I turn to my right and I see actual Lindsay going past me going, and I turn back and I realize that's not Lindsay down there, that's a giant bass. And Then we just drifted and pretty much just came to the surface pretty quick. I barely caught the line. I was 100% sure that you weren't going to catch the line. How you got the line, I don't know.
Bit of a stressful moment there when you're like, I'm not attached to the boat anymore, and I'm doing about 5 knots. So yeah, luckily we put a stern line out, so I managed to make it back to the surface just in time to grab the stern line and pull myself back into the boat. Or else it would have been a good mission for everyone to come pick me up.
You'd be halfway to New Zealand by now.
So we're leaving the little island.
Yes, we are.
What are you doing?
Episode 2 done. We're just getting started. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Yeah, we're still just kind of introducing the crew. So this was Will's second episode that he edited and made, and I'm pretty proud of these guys. And you probably have a lot of questions about like, who are these people? What are they about? What's their backstory? And so did we. So we decided the best way to go about that would be to actually feature them in a podcast, which you can find on our website, expeditiondrenched.org, because you don't want to watch 20 minutes of someone just having a conversation. And also head to the website if you want to find out more about our nonprofit or more about just our project in general. So that's us, and we will see you next time.